Alright, so now we're back with another EVE Online video. So last time we learned about the standings, we learned about faction standings, and we learned how to search the marketplace in space to equip your ship. Because we sent you out in space with no weapons, no armor. And then last episode we showed you how to find those. Even though you're not in your home system, you can still find everything. So this is just the next day. We didn't record running any of the missions. We just basically watched YouTube and then ran distribution missions all day, so our standings is up. So you could also run security missions if you want. Those are a fine option. I know distribution is really boring. You just fly back and forth between stations. Although your standing is going to go up super quick because you just fly to the station, deliver, and then you fly back to the station, get another one. So we trained 3 skills while we were offline. These would be the social skills we were training, right? Trained connections up to level 3, and then we were doing negotiation, so we're taking a little break from the ship training. So it looks like 7. Looks like it takes off some of the history. So it doesn't save the entire history, because we did train a whole bunch of ships. So we were working on our social skills, right? I think in one of the videos you said we were changing to social for the end of the night. So we trained all of our social skills. We did social to 3, and then connections to 3, and then we were working on negotiations to 3. So that's going to take 2 hours. So those trained overnight while we were offline. Then the Caldari cruisers. Now we trained some social things. Those are going to help with our standings, right? So our standings with the Caldari Navy went up. So skill bonus plus 1.08. So it's actually different. It's actually not what you would think. It connections gives you 4% modifier to the effective standing. It does not give you a straight up 0.4% modifier. It does depend on the current rating, because they show it here, right? Base standing 1, skill bonus plus 1.08. So it should be plus 1.2, but it's not. So it is kind of modified by the standing. Although we were running so many missions for the Caldari Navy last night, we were just basically going to the career agents, right? And the agency in the top left, and then agents and missions, and then mission agents, and then distribution agents. And then we could search agent level. We could search for level 1 agents if we want. So if you're going to raise your standings with the other factions too, right? You'd search for what faction are you looking for agents. You're looking for agents for the Amar maybe. And then we can already do level 2 missions for them, so we should look for level 2 missions. If we go do level 3 missions, we can't do them. You could check this ignore standings requirement, and then it'll show them, and then it'll show you once you have standing at 3.0, then you could run missions for them. And then if we look at our standings, we could see, here's the standings. It's 2.09 with Caldari, so we can't really run level 3 missions with every Caldari corporation, although Caldari Navy's 2.55 already. So if we just run some more missions today, our base standing's already 1.53, skill bonus is plus 1, so if we can get Caldari Navy standing up to 3 today, then we could start doing level 3 distribution missions maybe. So maybe in our Badger or something, because we're gonna have to hold more in our cargo. Yeah, and then if we have level 3 distribution missions unlocked, and then if we just do those for a little bit, then we could do level 2 or level 3 security missions in like 2 days. So yeah, within like less than a week, you could be doing level 3 security missions probably, or level 2 at least. So just look for level 2 agents. We're just looking for distribution agents for the Caldari State. The corporation we're looking for is the Caldari Navy. So these are the level 2 agents. So if we're going to level 3, we will be able to pretty soon. So we need a standing at 3, so we literally just need to run a few more missions. Maybe it's going to be like, because every mission you run, it's going to give you like a 0.303 modifier basically. Yeah, 0.03 on average, so that's like less than 20 missions. That should be no problem. That'll just be like 3 hours or something. And then while you're running these missions, your skill is going to be trained, right? Your negotiation skill. So oh, this is going to give you additional pay, so when you're running the missions, the pay is going to be better as well. And then we're back to working on our ships again. So we already had the Caldari cruiser up to 3 almost, so we're going to finish training it and then start working on our weapon system. And then once our weapons are upgraded a little bit to level 3, like the missiles, right? We already put these on the queue before in the other videos. We're like, let's focus our tree. Let's only focus on the standings, and then the ships, we did those, and then let's focus on the missiles for 2 days, and then once the missiles are all level 3, then our missiles will be pretty good. And then we're gonna work on our armor, like the mechanics, the hull upgrades, the shields. We're gonna want the shield management, shield upgrades, shield operation, and a whole bunch of other things too. Eventually, when we're going into production, we're gonna want industry, and then advanced industry, so we could go all skills, right? Advanced industry, and then advanced mass production, and then for science, I think this is only members only, right? We looked up, we could research metallurgy, so a whole bunch of the science tree, and then the resource processing. So there's more to research later, but for now, just focus on the ship. So we looked how to find the agents, right? If you ever want to find an agent, you just go to the agency tab, and then you search for what kind. So if you don't want to do distribution, you could do security. These are basically just combat missions. So we're just looking for like level 2 for the Caldari estate. Faction Caldari. Corporation Caldari Navy. So there we go. Now if we were to go to you, and then yeah, we'll just go there to talk to her. We're already at a level 2 distribution agent, so actually all accept her mission. Pickup location is here, drop off location is there, so accept the mission. We could always look at the mission that we're on and then do it. So we could put the delivery into our item hanger. So another good thing about delivery missions is you're not going to be getting negative standings with all the pirate factions. If you look at the interactions, I know my last character, we were just running security missions just because you destroy ships, and then they don't actually give you too much ISK. They're not really worth running anyway. Level 2 missions, they're alright, but then your standings are still gonna go down anyways. Although, I guess the pirate standings doesn't really matter too much. But if you do want to keep it up, it would be good. So, we're just gonna go to the location, we're gonna talk to the security agent, and then do a run through of maybe that. We're not going to accept it though. We're fine just sitting here watching YouTube, and then just flying between each station. And then next episode should be even later today. We could just run a few delivery missions, and then once we're level 3, we'll make the level 3 agent missions probably. Because this ship isn't going to be able to do it, because the guys are going to tell you to carry bigger loads of cargo space that your ship cannot hold. He's going to tell you to spend like deliver this cargo hold of 3,000 M3, deliver this cargo hold of 4,000 M3, and you're not going to be able to do that. Or maybe level 2 missions or level 3 missions are 1 to 2,000. We're going to have to see. But for now, level 2 missions are definitely pretty good, because you could see all the progress we made just in just in 1 day running missions. We didn't even stay up late. We went to bed earlier because it's not interesting running missions. But in the end, you'll be able to do better stuff later, right? This is just something to do where you have to do absolutely nothing. So when you actually do get your combat ships, you're like, wow, I remember all the mining I did. I remember all the delivery missions I did. Those were pretty fun, I guess. They got my standings up. We got to go around these solar systems, and it always gives you a chance to look at these windows, right? You could look at the regional market. Oh, here, let's look at a new window for this episode, right? So we're in the station here, but there's a ship tree. We could look at the ship tree when we're in the station, and then we could end the episode there probably. So I always try to show some new window in the episode. That would make sense. So there's available to you for the Caldera Navy a security mission. So level 2, you're not going to be able to run level 2 missions in your ship. You're going to have to run level 1 missions, that's right. Level 2 missions are going to be impossible until you get the 3rd tier of ship. So if you were running security agents, you would have to run level 1 missions. So basically, distribution is better because you could run level 2 distribution missions. But she's over here. So there's a level 2 security agent here, right? If you were to request a mission, this isn't gonna really do any negative effects if you don't accept it. Looks like the pay is higher, right? They do give you more ISK, they do give you more loyalty points. But you have to go here and defeat enemies. This one will be impossible for you. So let's undock and let's go check out the level 1 security. So she'll tell you to go to just the next system over to blow up some ships. So if you did want to do security nations, you would want to go and dock at the station she was in the current system. There you go. So you go dock at her station. Filter security agents. Level 1. Yep. So she's in the same system actually. You don't have to jump stargates or anything. That's why the agents panel is so amazing. Cause you can just search where are the agents that are close to me, and then just go teleport directly to them. Not complicated at all. You just you can always find someone to run missions for.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Alright, so now we're in a Caldari Navy station. We could talk to the level 1 security agent. So she offered us a mission. Oh, it's a delivery mission. I'm told only frigate and destroyer class ships can activate the first gate. So we probably will have to destroy enemies, right? Up here in overview. So there's going to be enemies clearing the pirates in the first 2 rooms. Yep. So it's level 1 security mission. You can do them. Level 1 security missions you can do in your comrade. Go get your comrade if you're doing level 1 missions, right? You go to your personal assets. You'd figure out where is your main station. 78 items, route 3 jumps. Go click on it. You'd be like, here's my badger. Here's my comrade. So then you would set your destination, and then you'd go pick up your camera. I think it was already fitted, right? We already fitted it with 7 weapons or something. If we simulate fit, what does that do? Oh, okay. Yeah, so it shows you what you have at your home station. So you already equipped it with the 125mm railgun, so it is a good combat ship. It will run you level 1 security missions, pretty good. Level 2 security missions, it will get blown up. So only level 1 security missions. For level 2 security missions, we could look at the ship tree. So if you go to the neocom in the top left here, and then you go to ship, if you hover over ship, then you go down to ship tree, now you can get lost in all the different ships in the game. So right, so now we still have our delivery cargo. We still have to deliver that because we're doing level 2 delivery missions. So it looks like it has the Angel Cartel, but here's the ship tree for all these ships. Here you can click to see all the Amar Empire ships. And then here's all these ships. You can see all the Galante Federation ships, all the Minotaur ships, and all the ships for the other factions. But we started with Caldari, so we're gonna look at the Caldari ships. And then actually it doesn't matter what race you start at, you can fly every single ship in the game. You just have to learn how to fly it. So the Caldari is going to get the frigate ships, right? Like the Condor, the Griffin, the Heron that we're using. The Heron's really good. Heron's really good for delivery missions, level 1 and 2 delivery missions, and for exploring, I guess. If you wanted to go scan down sites, you could scan down sites, but you would not be getting standing with any corporations. So basically, you just want to try to get standings up early, so you don't have to worry about them later. And plus level 4 missions are a really good starting way to get good money. So here's the Korax and the Comrade. So these ships can run level 1 missions. If you want to run level 2 missions, you're going to want something like the Carousel. So it's going to cost you 7 million just for the ship. And then you're going to have to fit it with weapons and everything. So you're going to need like 15 million or something. And then the MOA is good for medium hybrid, but the Carousel uses light missile launchers. So we're just going to fit this out with light missile launchers, right? Maybe if we simulate the fit, it'll show what it can fit on it. Yep. So you can put 5 missile launchers on here, and then a whole bunch of mid slots, and then a whole bunch of low slots, and it has a lot more armor than the other ships. So the Carousel can run level 2 security missions, and then level 3 security missions. I don't know, maybe the Drake can run them, just because it does missiles, and it has the 4% bonus to all shields resistance per level, so it's really, really good. So the Drake's a really tanky missile user. Not too sure. We're gonna have to see if it can take level 3 missions. We've been training up to it, right? We got the cruiser. We're training cruiser up to 3, and then we'll be able to train battle cruisers as soon as we can. And then the battleships, they can definitely run level 3s. Level 4 missions, you're not going to be able to run it in the Raven. Level 4 missions, you're actually going to have to go up here and get the Raven Navy issue. Although, then you're flying around in space with a big, huge ship worth like 400 or 500 million, so I would tempt people to come and blow up your ships. So, Raven's pretty good. That's alright. People would probably try to blow it up just because you would be flying around in like 200 million, but not really, I guess. Yeah, your ship would have so much armor, they'd have to have a huge force to destroy your ships. They would have to have a really good reason to destroy your ships, so you would be safe in the Raven. Caldari, the Raven Navy issue, you wouldn't be as safe because it's a bigger target. So, yeah, we looked at a couple of security missions. You can run level 1 in the Comrade if you don't want to do distribution. And then level 2 missions, you could run level 2 in the Carousel when you can fly it. So let's exit the ship tree. So there's something else to look at. Distribution, we accepted this one. So we're not going to do any security missions. We're just going to go to the drop-off location, set the destination, and then we have the cargo. So we're just going to continue running level 2 distribution missions until our reputation with the corporation is up to 3, and then we'll be able to run level 3 distribution missions. So we won't need a good combat ship, right? That's the main thing about these. You won't be able to make an amazing combat ship to run level 3 combat missions, but you can get a ship to run level 3 distribution missions. So yeah, definitely level 3 distribution missions would be better than level 1 security missions. And eventually move up to level 4 distribution missions, maybe. And then eventually get a ship and then just fly around and do other things, but need to get a base up. And then, yeah, there we go. Cool, so we'll just deliver this message thing. Maybe we'll just end the episode here. We'll say we'll come back later when we have 3 factions standing with the Qatari Navy, and then we'll make an episode about running level 3 delivery missions. Yeah, and then eventually we'll go to Nullsec's base, and then we'll go get a cloaking ship, so we'll be able to cloak up our ship, right? If we're in all security and our ship is always cloaked, nobody will be able to see us. Although, they will still be able to kill you if you're not careful. But if you're going to null security, the best option is to get a cloaky ship. So your ship, it cannot be seen by anybody, so you can just fly around null security in complete safety. Yeah, that'd be your first objective. Get out to 0 security space where absolutely anybody could attack you. Without losing your ship. Although you should plan to lose your ship, but don't lose your ship when you go out there. So, yeah, this is EVE Online so far. We've not really done anything complicated. We've just basically been playing the game,